But
Good job.
so, have you seen Malcolm and Marie on Netflix?
No, it's not that abusive movie. Domestic abuse.
They're not. They're never hit each other. It's an. I mean, it's a little emotional abuse,
A little.
but there's no physical abuse.
The people that
Emotional is
no
like, eh,
emotional abuse is worse. Didn't
really?
you don't you remember
Is
that?
it really
Don't you
worse?
remember that Fairly Odd Parents episode where Timmy Turner's dad was like, "Sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will forever emotionally scar you." Pow pow. Yes. Somebody out there remembers that Fairly Odd Parents episode.
I mean, words
Mhm, yeah,
words can
yeah,
hurt
yeah.
if you're weak, if you're soft.
Wow.
But
Or
I'd rather be emotionally abused than physically abused. Like, don't punch me and
well,
kick me.
yeah, because any abuse, like any trauma from abuse, is like because you're not prepared for it. You can get prepared for a punch, and you can steel your mind to that. That's like how people that have gone through it, like that's my
But still, I'd
theory.
rather be emotionally abused instead of physically. I don't even know how
No,
you could
because
emotionally abuse me
I
because I
think
just don't care.
I think emotional abuse is like more it's your world because like your mind is I don't know. Emotional abuse is like it takes up your whole space. It takes up your whole mind.
It does affect your mood and everything you
Yeah.
do in your day to
Yeah.
day.
And it gets you start to react in different ways than you might have. Like you start to be like, "Oh, I don't want to do this because oh, I think I just don't want to do it." But then you start to think about it and you're like, "Oh, I really don't want to do it because this person said this thing about it and blah blah blah." So it can affect you in like little ways that you may not even realize.
But do you want to take a punch to the face, or do you want someone to be like, like in what's the Tyler Perry movies?
Never seen them.
Why I Got Married 2. There's a guy who was always like, "You're fat, you're fat, you're fat" to his
Oh
wife.
God. But the thing is like it's about but that was emotional abuse.
Yeah, would you rather that, or would you rather get punched a couple times?
But the it's about the
Black
split.
eyes.
It's about the split. It's about what is your quality of life overall like.
It's like you can hide your emotional abuse. You can't hide physical. But
You can
people,
hide both.
I mean, you can put some makeup over a black eye, but
Yes.
oh, I fell down the
You can hide
stairs.
you okay, humans are very adaptable. You can hide any type of abuse. And so people that meet you in like new interactions will think that's just a part of your personality to be whatever way that you come off to be. But I don't know, like physical abuse seems less permanent and more easy to get over than emotional abuse. And also physical abuse also has emotional
Yeah, I
repercussions.
think of the fear when I think of physical abuse, like the fear of I'm gonna turn around the corner and he's
Yeah.
smack me with a
Or you see
frying pan.
somebody move a little bit too fast towards you and your mind goes back to that place. So
Yeah.
that physical abuse has emotional repercussions.
I think for me, I can just get over the physical abuse easier than
Well,
emotional.
everybody can because the body is made to get over those things. It's made to adapt, and so is your mind. But we are,
Oh
sort
no,
of.
I meant I can get over the emotional faster than the physical because I want the physical instead.
Well,
Because
yeah,
emotional, I'd be like, well, you're stupid too.
but the thing
The
is,
jokes I'll come at
that is true.
instead.
But the thing is, with emotional abuse, is not in the form of jokes. That's your territory. So those things can bounce off of you. You are already prepared for that, so they're not going to phase you. But emotional abuse that is slithering its way through you, making you double second guess yourself,
Mm.
that is a little bit trickier because then you have to be sturdy in who you are and like what you want. So, you know,
Overall, abuse
maybe
is
I'm
bad,
speaking from personal experience.
but can get back to Malcolm and Marie because that's how I started
Oh,
this. The
go
movie
on.
was so good
I heard it was
that
good.
you should really watch it. I
No.
really like a movie where it's like shot in like one location and doesn't move around a whole
Mm,
lot and like
okay.
doesn't have a lot going on,
How
but
many movies have you seen like that?
three or four.
Mhm.
I told you the other day, like Phone Booth, that movie Phone Booth that I love
Yes.
so much. Shot in one location, a guy in a phone booth, and I love how a dialogue can
Yeah.
propel it so far.
I'm trying to think of something where it's just been in one location. The only thing I could think of right now off the top of my head is Hill House because it had a lot of those one shots and they were in technically in the same place, but it
Yeah,
was very they had very long
they
takes.
still had like cuts to different
Yeah.
places
Yeah.
though to like
But
keep it moving forward. But
yeah.
that's a thriller, so
It's
it's a
different
little
for sure, for
different.
sure.
When you just have like a drama where you can just carry it along with
Yeah,
people
I'm
fighting
still
or
trying to think
arguing.
of that one place. Or I guess Snakes on a Plane.
Snakes on a plane. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of others, but I can't right now. I'm sure I'll come up with them later.
Yeah. Oh wait, that movie that the End of the World movie with like the one
The funny one,
I didn't find it funny.
the end of the
It
world
was
movie
it
with
was
who?
like they're trapped in a house.
Uh-huh.
A bunch of the like B-list actors all together. It was like life. I don't remember end of the party or
This is how it
something,
ends.
something like that.
This is the
The
end.
end,
This
yeah.
is
This
the
is the
end.
end, yeah. So that that's the place in the house, but it wasn't that
Yeah,
funny to
it
me.
was comedic.
It was
It wasn't like laugh out
satiric,
loud
but it
loud
wasn't.
funny.
Yeah, it was like same thing as
I don't know. It's
SNL for
been
me for
so
the most
long since
time.
I've seen it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in forever either, but it didn't like make an impression. All I could think of is like a hairy man and Rihanna falling down a hole.